The Philadelphia Flyers have the second overall pick, jumping up 13 spots by way of the draft lottery. A no-brainer that they go with Nolan Patrick then?
Well, you'd have to think so. I mean, there's the guy, Ron Hextall, Brandon Wheat Kings, former Brandon Wheat Kings star, so you'd have to think at some point there is a good connection there.
Ron Hextall, the general manager and vice president of the Philadelphia Flyers, with the second overall pick.
Philadelphia selects from the Western Hockey League's Brandon Wheat Kings, Nolan Patrick.
Has to be a thrill. Like, Ron Hextall has been through everything in the game. Stanley Cup Finals, Conn Smythe trophies, but he's a born Brandon guy, and gets to draft as a general manager somebody from his junior team in the Brandon Wheat Kings. If Nolan Patrick doesn't have the double hernia injury and then the subsequent surgery that limited him to 33 games this year, do you think he goes first overall, or was it the injury that made him drop?
Well, I certainly think he would have made it a much more interesting battle, no question about it. Look, 2 years ago when he had 102 points as a 16 turning 17-year-old in Brandon to win the WHL championship. That was the player that I watched and that I saw, and I believe the Philadelphia Flyers are getting. When this guy's fully healthy, he's a beast, and I think he's the most NHL-ready guy in the pack.
Philadelphia was in a great spot because they could sit there and wait to see who went number one, and knew they were going to get a great player at number two. So it's a perfect situation to be in, while at the same time being able to listen to offers, see if someone wants to move up and acquire assets. You held the keys sitting in that number two spot. What I like about Nolan Patrick, though, you go back to his 16-year-old year, and he was thrown into every single situation by Kelly McCrimmon, who was at that time the coach of the Brandon Wheat Kings. Whether it was defending 3-on-5, whether it's the last minute of a game, looking for a goal to try and tie a game, he played in every single situation. The other thing you have to know about him, he's a late birthday, so he had the opportunity to be seen for 2 years. Even though he was hurt this year, there was still a good enough book on him over 2 years to kind of make that determination of what he would be.